Once we get done with that, we will move on to our finisher here. So we're gonna, again, work on our chin-ups. Again, I think this is a valuable exercise for everybody to practice on a regular basis. So we'll put them in the finisher here. Combine that with some swings. So we're gonna go 5 to 10 chin-ups here, using those bands for assistance if you need it. Again, this is where I always encourage you, err on the side of going a little bit lighter to perfect your form. I would rather see quality reps that are a little bit easier for you than reps where you're not getting the full range of motion, but you feel like you were working hard. Working hard is not the only factor here. It's doing them well and then them being challenging as well. So 5 to 10 reps there, and then we have our swings, so either 5 dead stop swings or 10 repetitions. Now, on days that we're doing deadlifts before we get to our swings, I also encourage you to go a little bit lighter on your swings here so you can focus on your form and not put too much stress on that low back and glutes and hamstrings, because we already worked them a little bit as well. Nothing to be afraid of, but just, you don't have to be going 70 or 80 pounds and going really heavy with your swings on a day that we've done those deadlifts. This is where we want to develop a little bit more of that power and speed there. It's also being done for a conditioning purpose, not necessarily strength training here. So keep it a little bit lighter so you can focus on those quality reps, driving those heels into the floor, pulling those kneecaps up, squeezing those glutes nice and tight, one good rep at a time. So either 5 dead stop swings or 10 repetitions, and then we'll head over to the sled and we're gonna push that sled down and then drag it back. So again, here, for this, you have a couple options. You can go a little bit heavier and a little bit more intentional, maybe a little bit slower here, but for our purposes and conditioning wise, I encourage you to find a weight that you can move quickly with it. I don't want it to be too light, but I want you to feel like you can push that sled down and then drag it back fast. And the conditioning is going to come from moving at the rate of speed, not necessarily a heavy resistance on that sled. Because again, we are at the end of a workout as well. This is about, really getting a good conditioning burn at the end. So if you are struggling to push the sled all the way down or struggling to get down and back without having to take breaks, it's definitely too heavy. I want you to find ways that you can move well, and also you'll already have done some chins and some swings, so heart rate's already gonna be up. We're using up all that ATP already, so you might need something a little bit lighter than you traditionally do. But then some of the times we'll find out some of you have an ego, and you're gonna try to satisfy that ego at the same time. So coaches will be here to help you with it. Hey, I'm excited about this workout this month. I know I've got a lot of good feedback from people about those send-offs. I promise you this will be the last month in a row that we do these send-offs, but I like to see the progression here. I'd like to see those weights go up a little bit, so at the end of this next 4 weeks, that by the end of April, we have a 5-rep weight that is much heavier than what you were doing before we started these send-offs in March. Again, that doesn't necessarily work for everybody, but if you put the focus into finding the right weights and focusing on your form and doing the reps well, you should see that result as well. Okay, so that's our Strength Club workout for April. I'm really excited about this one, guys. Love you, bye.